What's good, B-Sounds? It's your boy, Kick and Raid. I got for you today another review, a review of a unbranded kettlebell grip, GRYP. So basically, it's a bit of plastic that you stick on a dumbbell that's supposed to turn it into a kettlebell. I bought it from China. These go on Amazon, like as the branded kettlebell grip, for £35 each. But if you want it, you can get them from China. I bought two, and it was 22 quid for those two. I'll get them. You'll be incredibly underwhelmed with the packaging. It came by China Post. It took a month to arrive. China Post. So here is the packaging. It comes in a box. So you got a box, you got a bag, and you got the actual thing, a kettlebell grip. Here is the thing that would usually have a sticker on it that says kettlebell grip if you bought the kettlebell grip one. It's got a plastic like lever clamp to go and close the dang thing. Feels pretty substantial, like when it clicks you know it's in and it's not gonna slip or go anywhere. It's got a metal pin going through the hinges, so that's a good thing. It's not got any, it's not flimsy. I don't know if this grips 1-inch bars or the slightly thicker like Olympic dumbbells. We'll have to find out. These rubber bits just come out, they're like ridged on the back, and those ridges match up with these like ribs on the inside. Ribbed for my pleasure. I mean, it's a bit of plastic. It's not solid, but it's as enforced as it could be. This feels as well made as you could make it without it being solid. But the fact they've got these registration marks in and stuff, that's the kind of carefully considered detail that you don't usually find in Chinese knockoffs of stuff. That's all I really got to tell you. I think that this could be a great idea because, especially with the home gym market the way it is at the moment, everything's very expensive because the whole pandemic thing, you heard of that? It's on. Steel prices are going up, which means home gym stuff is only going to get more expensive, both in the new and the used market, because there's still huge demand, low supply. So if you can get something like this, which is made of no metal, that is going to make the metal that you've already got more useful to you, I think that's great. This is the sort of shonky bit of kit that I would never have bought up until now. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about it. There's not really a lot to say because the box is plain. It's just an orange handle, but it seems like an orange handle that's well made. So let's give it a go and we'll see how it is. So supposedly this thing can take 25 kilograms. Let's find out. Oh, I checked by the way, and the Kettle Grip one is hollow. It's exactly this. On a 1-inch spin lock dumbbell, floppy. It's undoing itself. That's not the sort of thing you want over your head. That's a problem. I have these super old school dumbbells that have grub screw collars that are then like super glued tight. So they're not going anywhere. How about a snatch? When you have a kettlebell, the idea is not to go straight over the top, because you're gonna twat your wrist every time. Twat is English slang for two things, and one of them is smack. So what you want to do is imagine that you're trying to like zip up a coat. You rotate the bell around your arm and it never has an impact. It just sort of gently wraps around. You can do this because it's round. This is obviously not round. Just those couple has taken the skin off here. So that's not great. What if we go over the top? Whoa. Can't tell you how awkward this feels. It might just look like I'm bad at it, but I promise I'm not. No worries. It's not the most comfortable, it's not impossible. I really want these to be good. I think it's just not very good. It's so wild. Very uncomfortable. The fact that the weight is so far away from the handle and so far out, it makes it very hard to do anything where your hand's gonna rotate. What might it be good for? I have a slight preference on the kettle grip over the dumbbell for a Turkish get-up. Is that slight preference worth £35? Nah, it ain't. Is that slight preference worth £11? Nah, it ain't. Try an Olympic dumbbell. It doesn't even grab an Olympic dumbbell. Ow. It's not looking good. Let's just make it real heavy, see what happens. Uh-oh. So now this thing's loaded up with 50 kilograms. You have to load it small plates on the inside so that your handle will fit. It's unscrewing itself, but the actual thing, it's actually pretty sturdy. It's annoying. You may have noticed that I bought 2 of them. This is very exciting to me. Yes. Yes. This is actually what I had planned all along. Well, I spent a couple of weeks with these fellas and I started out with high hopes. I really wanted these to be good. They would solve an ongoing problem with a bunch of my lads, and you know I like to save that money. And I'm not a gear snob, so if it was good, I'd say it was good. I've got adjustable dumbbells, a lot of my gear is rusty and I'm fine with that. Most of my weights are standard rather than Olympic because it's cheaper, and if it's heavy, it's heavy. The weight is the weight. If something's a good product, it's a good product. Cool be damned. This is not a good product. It's supposed to be compatible with 1-inch dumbbells. It's not. They spin. It's supposed to be compatible with spin locks. It's not. They unlock. My adjustable Olympic dumbbell still spins and is too long to be useful, which isn't the product's fault. But even in the best case scenario, you got some fat-handled, fixed hex dumbbells, which I would say is the minority of people who have dumbbells. And if you can afford a set of hex dumbbells, you probably aren't worried about also buying a few kettlebells. So I don't think that's this product's target audience. But even under those ideal circumstances, they're only really good for swings. Anything that includes rotation of the bell, the weight is so far away from the hand and so far out, it's unruly. It's like trying to clean and press a very heavy firework. And if you add rotation of the plates or the whole dumbbell to that chaotic equation, nah fam, just nah. It is far too unpredictable. You can't get into a groove. It is terrible. You can't clean it, plates get in the way. If you snatch it, you have to go over the top, which means if you mistime your punch, which you're likely to because everything's spinning and doing whatever the hell it wants to do, it's gonna very quickly smash up your wrist. Yes, it was totally fine with a Turkish get-up, but so is a dumbbell. The only thing that this achieved a natural feel on, as I said, was the swing. And you can use a dumbbell for that too. This is bad at being a kettlebell. However, these things absolutely rock as super cheap farmer's carry handles if you already have a couple of barbells the same. The problem with farmers carrying a barbell is that the weight wants to rotate out of your hand. You need the weight to be under and not in your hand. Ta-da! With a barbell, you also have to find where the center of each one is. With these, I had a couple of spare clamp collars, so I just clamped it where I knew the middle was, and then it stays. It's done, it's finished. I loaded each side with 50 kilograms and they felt sturdy. They weren't flexing or anything, even like on the turn at the end of the run, solid. If you, like me, want some cheap farmer's carry handles that aren't gonna break the bank and you have a couple of barbells the same, these are actually a great option. They are only rated at 25 kilograms, but I think that's because like it's going to be above your head and flipping and stuff. I loaded 50 kilograms and they felt solid. How far they'd go, I couldn't tell you, but 50 kilograms didn't feel like the limit. They weren't at breaking point. If you are many strongs or you want to go super, super heavy short distance, you'll probably want to bite the bullet and cough up the scroll for the real thing. But if, like me, you're just going to load up 70 kilograms aside and see how far you can take it, these are honestly absolutely excellent. If you think you're going to enjoy farmers at 11 quid a side, these are a great entry ticket. I love these kettle grips. They are just terrible kettlebells. Well, that's it, you legends. I hope you found this one useful and it saves you some money. More reviews, recipes, knowledge, and knavery on its way. Subscribe if you don't want to miss that. But whatever you do, get them gains. Be well.